very briefly, Darren. So,
Yeah,
John will be joining us, but won't be till later.
brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Well, we are live now. I'm trying it on YouTube once again to see if we can have a success. I have actually bought a LAN lead now, an Ethernet lead. I can plug directly into the router and the back of the computer. The bad thing is I've forgotten to do it until now, so it's not on. Anyway, welcome to Paranormal Monday Lives. Anyway, that's my other one in the background. I'll turn the volume off of that one, and then I won't be listening to myself all night. That's fine. There we go.
We have to.
Yeah.
That's just
If
normal.
you're joining us, welcome to the craziest paranormal hour on the internet available to you now. We are under the banner tonight of Puppy, Para-Unified Paranormal Investigators. We have Paul, who is host for Ghosts, heavily spirit and ghost based, as you would imagine. Myself, up until Daniel corrupted me, I were as well. And now I'm starting to see all different creatures in the woods. Woo! Daniel is Mythical Legends, and so is Jill. They may be related, but I'm not allowed to say on here because Daniel's very professional. And
when was that bit then?
Yeah,
I must have missed that bit then.
I do warn you guys, I'm South Coast Ghosts, investigator for paranation.co.uk.
Although me and Joe have a secret plan that we're going to start to pull you over to the Bigfoot side.
Oh, what
Dark
just
side of the force, mate.
Just because I look like one, yeah? When I die, you're not going to do a paranormal investigation on me. You're going to do an autopsy and see if I really were a Yeti. Nice. Anyway.
Well, watching some of the videos from the event, I did wonder whether you had a live Yeti there.
Oh,
Comment, Paul. Honestly, I did. But Darren, when me and you were doing our interview, Paul commented saying, "Is that Bigfoot?"
You got a live Bigfoot with you.
Those of you on here that are trying to catch up with us, Daniel's just thrown an event in the West Country near Bridgewater, a convention on cryptozoology. If you've been following the podcasts and live streams, you'll know that he's found some live primate DNA, well, dead primate DNA in the Hills area.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I hope it's dead.
If you haven't been following the live stream, well, I'll fill you in now. Tough luck. Anyway, we went down on the Friday, and we just about returned on the Sunday evening. Fantastic day on Saturday. Fantastic day. Some really, really good faces in the crowd. And I think above all, myself and Daniel have had a live chat this morning. And under what myself and Paul Howard's have done with the Puppy on the paranormal ghost hunters, if you like, we've now managed to bring cryptozoologists in to start talking to the paranormal spiritual guys as well. And it's just it's not just something you do at school, right? It was just absolutely superb. It was really good because you couldn't, if you'd have paid a lot of money and planned it for a couple of years in advance and screened each and every human being that was there on Saturday, I still don't think you could have got such a great balance. I really don't.
That's great to hear. Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Jill? I mean, it's brilliant, wasn't it?
Yes,
it really was brilliant.
It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, it all came together, and everybody gelled together and chatted. Like, it was interesting to hear what everybody else was saying, but they were happy to get together socially, like in the evening, and they had breakfast together, and it was lovely. Like, everybody just made instant friends with each other.
It's like it's
been better.
it was really, really interesting seeing where everyone went after the event, because a lot of people didn't go home. They went to different places. Like you guys went to Shut the Mallet.
Yeah.
I know that Vera is still here in the UK. She had a great day at Glastonbury. Went to Dead Woman's Ditch this morning. Found some Bigfoot activity.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Apparently, she thinks she did. Yes, yeah.
Well,
Wicked.
she one heard a wood knock, and 2 found a Bigfoot tree structure. So me and Joe were gonna follow up on that when she goes back, and we're gonna go and have a day there and go and see if there's anything that would suggest Bigfoot was there.
Fantastic, mate.
And it's like Richard and Jackie were down there having a meal. So it's like they all went from the event, and they all went off to different places still in Somerset. So not many people left Somerset for about a day or so.
Nice.
Well, you know,
nice.
it's our hobbies, Daniel. You know, it's I mean, you're just coming into it, mate. You're excited and enthusiastic about it. I think when you've done it for a few years, you'll understand just how addictive this unknown research can actually be. Look, it's not for everybody. If you've got the sort of mind where you're quite happy to go on holiday a couple of times a year and you know, do that, no disrespect, but that's, you know, probably the unknown, paranormal, Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever investigations isn't for you, because you are going to get soaking wet, running around old buildings, woodlands, and so forth. You are going to get soaking wet. You are going to get tired. You are going to get covered in mud, and you're going to get few results for a lot of effort. But the results you do get for that lot of effort are, if you're in the mindset where you question everything, where you, well, what was that sound? I would like to know whether it is there or not. I would like to know whether that door opened or closed on its own. I would like to know whether that growl was a dog or wolf or maybe something more sinister. Then them small results are very rewarding.
It's like, if you don't mind me mentioning, we've kind of started an investigation of our own, haven't we, Darren? Where me, you, Angela, Jill, the kids, we have kind of found bones, haven't we?
What a great day as well. What a great day.
It was,
know?
yeah.
I mean, you and Jill were sat in the car park.
For a while, we had to get away from him.
I could go with that. I could go with that, Jill.
We were doing it.
I'll tell you what, Jill, he's a big cuddly bear. He is. He's a big cuddly bear.
And actually, Angela spoke for the first time in her life to me. When
No way. No way. Yeah, but she can get a word in then.
She got a word in, yeah.
She spoke to us a lot. I actually heard her voice.
The boys were amazing. They were just good.
They were
so funny, and yeah.
What did he do? Lock them in the van then?
Actually, Ben hit Jill with a stick.
No, that was Jack.
Oh, that's it. Oh dear. Here we go.
I didn't mean to. He had a big branch, got it caught in a tree, and it broke off and smacked me in the head.
Oh, you mean accident,
from
man?
That, they were great boys.
No health and safety there, then.
No.
Old accident man, Ben Douglas. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know, but I am actually disabled in my walking, and I don't tell.
Oh. Darren's frozen. Calling Darren. Calling Darren. Quick, we can talk about him now.
Yeah.
Where's Luke when you need him? Get a word in.
Paul.
Hello.
Darren was terrible at the event.
I bet he was nightmare, wasn't he? I bet Angela was just as bad.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
I think
we were wonderful. Oh yeah, we were.
Darren's back. Look, there's that.
yeah.
now. Now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so walking for me, if I'm on a level surface, I
Yeah.
can do. Today it felt like a knife being stabbed in the left-hand side, and it really did hurt. But obviously the Coconut Hills are what they say they are, and of course very unwalked over. So I think I dug down to about 8 years while you were gone, about 8 years of composting on the forest floor where I was standing. I lived composting. Yeah, I got to about 8-9 years. I couldn't go any further because when leaves land, obviously they land there and they start to rot. It takes them some leaves 30 years to properly decompose, but them leaves I've got about 8-9 years. But of course we've walked around the edge, and it was quite. I mean, there was another paranormal sort of experience there that Daniel and Jill had, because myself and Angela were there to sense more. Yeah. And I sensed, and I just stopped, didn't I? I just went, believe it or not, silent for a bit, and shut up, Paul. And I said, I'm getting these woods over there. I'm feeling it over here. And Angela said, yeah, I've got the same. I've got I said, and Daniel's face went, well, every time we've been down here, we can't get in them, but we've had the feeling something's over there. Yeah. So he said, do you want me to walk you around the back? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And as we walked around it, it was a bit opening where we went. So there was still a bit more. Yeah. I said, look, I'm going to slow you down because I cannot walk, you know. It's horrible. It's really horrible when you can't do it. So it was actually quite good because I leant up against a tree. They all vanished, and I'm left with a dog, and she's laid down. And one thing I noticed, I mean, you're on a hillside down in the valley, probably about 2/3 of a mile away. Is a farmyard, and I heard something. It wasn't a pheasant. It was similar to a pheasant. I wish I'd have had my recorder. And then the dogs were set off. They were barking. And then like a howl over the other side. And then I thought I also heard a wood knock. I didn't want to say that day because obviously we're trying to debunk wood knocks and whatever. You'd already said the trees creak, so that could be a wood knock. I don't think it was a tree creak. I couldn't hear you lot. You'd well gone. So
well,
I don't think it would not.
I will mention now. I'm as I said, I'm not on board with the actual paranormal side just yet. I am improving.
It's getting there. Yeah.
But I can say I played a sound in that wood. Now, you probably didn't hear it. Now, we blasted a sound, didn't we, Joe? With Angela stood next to me, blah blah blah, and if I'm stretching really big here, and let's say there was something in that forest, not saying there is, it was possibly responding to that call.
Well, I couldn't hear you lot at all, and if that noise was you lot, then you had to travel approximately 3 miles in the opposite direction to which you headed off to make that sound, then travel 3 miles back, all within about 50-minute period.
We did that.
So I think it would have been impossible for it to be you.
They went to the pub, mate. They went to the pub.
Yeah, sods.
There's a pub over the top of the hill.
There is actually, Paul.
How do I know that? That's very spooky, isn't it? How would I know that? I could almost call myself freaky.
Were you stalking us?
Yeah, that was me.
That
was me knocking on the trees. I was swinging through the trees,
He was
practicing.
the one with the binoculars and the long Mac.
That's me.
Oh no,
Darren, I told you not to say about the Mac. I keep telling you about the Mac. The binoculars is all right, but not the Mac. I'm telling you.
First few years I knew him, I thought he meant an iMac.
Yeah.
But Darren, this was an actual Bigfoot call that I played via the speaker. Now, we blasted that sound about 3 times. Now, whatever it was, if it was a wood knock, if it was, it would be probably responding to that call. Now, this is stretching very, very far here, but and Joe, am I right in saying that? If there was something in the area, I'm not saying there is, but if you truly heard a wood knock, it might have been responding to that call. Could have been the trees, could have been something falling, could have been anything else. But there's one possibility.
Yeah, I knew where you were, vicinity-wise, because you were disturbing animals. Animals are a good pointer as to where people or where something is in the forest. Where I lived in Scotland and I had a lot of time to kill, I spent quite a lot of time in forests and farmland and snow and ice and whatever. And I became not a really good tracker, but just get to know the natural waves of the forest. And you disturbed a few pheasants that were in there. They came out. There's a few blackbirds and whatever, they came out. Yeah. I didn't hear anything on the ground come out. There was nothing on the ground. But I knew the vicinity you were in. But one thing that was strange is you were at least 55, 60 minutes in them woods.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't seem to think you had been. So that was quite...
We didn't, no. I would have said, well, no more than 20 minutes, half an hour tops.
Oh, no. Lot longer than 20 minutes.
I know.
Yeah. So that's another...
When we went into that, like where you were, and we went over to, it was darker and denser. But, I mean, Angela was the first one to say, it feels completely different. There was a completely
It was dead silent, wasn't it?
It was like you'd gone into another house, like a new room. It just had a different air to it
I do firmly believe that whatever this thing is has got 3 main pins on it. One is to do with UFOs, UAPs, whatever they are now, UFPs or UFOs, yeah. The second is that the sightings are there. The third thing, I think there's a spirituality thing to it, where it is a very... You see, if you take it back, like I was talking about the Shonin monks and things like that, where they relinquish all their worldly goods, they're not interested in the Ferraris and the big houses and going on holidays or anything like that, materialistic. Therefore, they're going to contain that. If they're an intelligent beast, they're going to be a contained life, a family unit, and very spiritual. The same as a lot of marine life is as well, yeah. And the thoughts and so forth, yeah.
By the way, Darren, very, very briefly, someone's just sent this to me.
There's a Bigfoot sighting. There's a Bigfoot sighting. Look.
Wow, mate, that's brilliant. Can you forward that to us?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. I'll put it up, mate. That's probably about the best souvenir you can have, isn't it?
That's the first sighting I've seen of a Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's I'd recognise this geezer here. Look. Hi, Craig, how you doing, mate?
Hey guys, how you doing? Right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
So, Paul.
Hello.
Paul, this is my dad.
Hi, Craig. How are you?
Hi, Paul. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah. You're the policeman, aren't you? He keeps telling us about. me and Darren have to be careful here, won't we, Darren?
Oh yeah. I'm constantly on the run, mate.
That's right. I've already
That's the-
got my eyes on Darren. Don't worry.
Yeah, as seen on Crime Watch. Yeah, we know.
Hey,
and then obviously Darren, the absolute chatterbox.
Darren, no way. There's no way, is it?
I can still hear him talking from the weekend. To be honest with you.
Wait till you've known him about 25 years. Seems like a lifetime.
You deserve
I'm
a
the only
medal.
one that didn't need to use a microphone.
Yeah.
Oh. Darren, I
didn't
wouldn't go there if I were you.
I wouldn't either.
He doesn't take advice
Jules
well.
off.
You, honey.
We have no,
It's all right. He's
idea what Jules giggling about, but we don't want to know either.
He's all right. He's my favourite son-in-law. He's my only one, but you know.
Oh, so your only one. Jesus.
Oh, that's harsh, Jill. That was harsh, Jill.
Craig did all the tech and whatever for the event on Saturday, and very well done. Not an easy job because it was in a sports hall with no carpet, no sound deadening equipment in there at all.
No.
And we only took up half of the hall, which really didn't help anymore for sound. So you had this huge echo that he was trying to overcome. And of course, because of the echo, the feedback and whatever, and some idiot only sent him through photographs the night before, about 11 o'clock, but he managed to get them on the hard drive. Right, you coming over? Yeah.
It was hard. That's definitely something I would do differently. I didn't think we were going to need a full PA system, but I had never been in the hall, and so when we got there, I was like, oh, it's going to be a bit. It's not going to be too good, but you know, we live and learn, don't we?
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. But I think as a whole, it went really, really well.
It did, yeah.
I mean, that old couple, the guy on the stick, I was at the front door, and they're walking out. Oh, how you doing? He says, yeah, sister. Oh, what's on here this weekend? I said, oh, it's we've got sort of a cryptid talk and whatever going on through there. I said, I don't know what's going on through there. And he went, oh, yeah, that's what we're interested in. I said, oh, you want to come in? Yeah. I said, all right, open the door. I said, just go through there. There'll be someone there for you. So obviously, whatever publicity's out there has brought a couple of people in a short period.
Can I just interrupt there? Why did you put Darren on the front door? You've probably lost a lot of people.
He was told to go out the back door. He just got it wrong.
Fire exit, Darren.
I'm not going there.
The fire exit where the stairs are there, and them ones, you know, in the pub down the road.
You got the wrong door.
No, it was really good. It was definitely because obviously as you know, Daniel's kind of organised this whole thing, so you know, and obviously Jill has helped him out with that. We do the best we can with the kind of time we have to help support him, but I really went into it a bit blind, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. You know, my main thing was what I spoke to Daniel about, kind of the publicity side of it, because I'll be completely honest, and Daniel knows this. I was worried that no one was going to turn up at all. Yeah. It's like, you know, when it's your son's birthday party. Yeah. And then he, you know, to get a message from him, Dad, you got to go to Bristol Airport to pick someone up. You kind of go, someone's giving their time and flying over here, and yourself, people are traveling all over the country, and coming to we don't know what, you know. And the thing is, everyone was so lovely, and everyone was so kind of involved. And the proudest thing for me, I think, and I said this to Daniel earlier, is that he's brought people together. And if you know, talking to Vera today and stuff, I honestly feel like he's positively impacted people's lives from it. that as a parent is, it wouldn't have mattered. And I realized that when I got there, it wouldn't have mattered if no one turned up because you guys were all together. And that was really good. But as it happened, it did actually bring in some people, and it did actually strike, people were interested in it.
John counted 40 people were there.
Yeah. And for a first show, me and Daniel go to Comic Cons all the time and stuff. But for a first show, that's amazing.
Yeah. Well done, you. Well done, all of you.
To be run by a 14-year-old boy, and it ran as smoothly as it could have.
Yeah.
And I would, if I had organised that, I would be proud. And so,
it should be, mate. It should be. That's basic.
Yeah, I must say, as a family, I think we are, aren't we? We're super proud of him. He drives us nuts. You won't mind me saying that, because he knows that he drives us all crazy. But he's relentless in what he does, and he achieves it in the end. He keeps going until he gets the results. Nothing but admiration for him.
And that's good. That's a good thing. To have that drive to do that sort of thing is admirable. For a 14-year-old lad, he's only starting off in his life, really, isn't he? And that's admirable what you've done there, Daniel. You should be so proud of yourself.
Very much.
I am, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You should be. And the team that you've got behind you as well. You've got an excellent team behind you as well.
Yeah.
And it's all about one person, and it's all about the team behind them as well. Because you can't do a lot of this without the team behind you. It's like us, myself and Darren and that, Without me and Darren, we bang ideas off of each other, and, we go on the paranormal stuff. And without that backup and that team behind you, it's difficult to run it on your own. But when you've got a good team behind you, and they've got your back all the way through, it makes your life a lot easier. So well done, you young man. Well done, you.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. It's being able to trust somebody else to sort of be there. Like when I couldn't do the lives them weeks and whatever because I was away and stuff. And the trust of if I find somewhere or you find somewhere, vice versa. And also helping people out like, I won't say, but Daniel's live me this morning and whatever. We've spoken about various different things. And I've just told him straight. And I think now he's met people over the weekend. Another good thing, Craig, is he realises what I was trying to install into him is possibly could be, unfortunately, correct in some cases. You know what we've been talking about? Because, unfortunately, life is very cruel, mate,
Yeah.
And people are out there. You wave a tenner in front of somebody, and it's amazing what they'll do for a tenner.
Yeah.
Half of these cars getting broken into the side of the road is for 10, 15 quid, mate. Just so they can nip down the road and whatever they want to buy with it, they do. So, if somebody's been on a life pursuit for something, and all of a sudden a 14-year-old boy comes along and finds their life pursuit, that tenner is now multiplied to £1 million. They'll do anything for that. So
well, this is where my position comes in. For I've been whenever I've done one of the podcasts with Daniel, and Daniel knows this, that and no disrespect to anyone, but I never had any interest in this world at all. I didn't. I have no kind of. I haven't had an experience. I am interested to the point of hearing people's stories. That's my thing. If someone's passionate about something, I will sit and listen all day because I know I'm passionate about certain things that other people probably aren't. So that's my thing. But my impact or my input on that was purely a welfare for Daniel. And every other day at the moment, I'm having to kind of de-escalate a situation or put a fire out that someone's said something about Daniel online or doesn't agree with him, and it's kind of at 14 years old.
Horrible. It's horrible.
It's hard to for a 14-year-old autistic boy to be living in an adult's world is difficult, and you go from that amazing event that he did to straight away, Daniel, when we got back, there was some comments, wasn't there, online about a podcast that you did, and we went out for a drink that night as a family, to celebrate, and there was an argument going online between two people saying that Daniel had faked this DNA. He had fooled the DNA company, and I let it go on for a long time, but then I was kind of like, Daniel does not have the maturity or the knowledge to fake a world-renowned DNA company. I'm sorry, that some people have forgotten that he's 14.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got national press, but the real story for me is that a young boy's making his way in the world and daring to ask questions and seek the truth on things. That's the story.
Difficult
Doesn't matter what he's.
isn't it? It's not
Exactly.
conventional, so it's difficult. People's reactions are very, very coming up from different angles, and we all have to cope with that as well, don't we, Craig? Like,
unfortunately, people can be very hostile, can't they? And that comes from people that are blind to it. That's what I think. It's the same as the paranormal world. And Darren will say to you, people will say, "Oh, you're a supposedly paranormal investigator." Yeah, what a load of shite that is. And that's what you're having to deal with. Is that negativity and that hostility that they have towards you. And I think myself, this is my opinion, people that say that don't understand it.
No.
That's me.
And that's ignorance, isn't it? That's ignorance and not learning about it.
I hate about this world. I hate the hate.
That's
I
not
can't stand it. That really hurts. It really hurts me, that does. But
it shouldn't. It's not just they don't understand. That's fine. I don't understand a lot of things. I'm sure that some of us don't understand. But it costs nothing to be polite. And if somebody wants to believe in something, that's fine. Don't put them down. Don't ridicule it.
No.
You don't have to believe it. Walk away.
You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to listen to it. If you don't listen to it, don't comment. Stay away from it.
And as adults, we have the tools to be able to filter that. I have I know Jill and Daniel obviously know, but I have a massive interest in the JFK assassination. I always have done since I was a kid. It really kind of and I've read all the books. I used to be in some of my bands were actually named after things to do with JFK. Now the thing is, I can sit there with I can sit there, and the thing is, I will. Cool. I will sit there and listen to anyone who has a passion about something, because that's what interests me. If you're passionate about something, I will listen to you all day. What I don't like is when people just dismiss it and give their own opinion and walk away from it. And you kind of go, well, if you've got an interest in trains, I'll listen to you if you're passionate about it. Of course I will. I'm not a religious person, but I will sit and listen to you if you really are that passionate about it, because it's what makes us human. And when we stop listening to people is what causes conflict. And that's what causes war, because my opinion's better than yours. No, it's not. It's not. It's different. We think differently about different things. Sorry, I'm going a bit of a.
That's why we're different as humans, isn't it? Because we all have our own opinion, we have our own agenda in life, and we live our own life. That's what makes us individual people. But to try and force your opinion on someone that's passionate about something, I find very hurtful, very wrong.
Yeah.
Look, there's a big black cat. Look, there's a big black cat. There it is.
Oh, look, we've found
it home with him.
It's a small foot. It's a small foot.
That's the shrunken puma. John, how did you shrink that puma? Come on.
I think he hides it behind his beard.
I was going to say, that cat's been living in his beard the whole time, look.
There's no such thing as a black puma, Darren.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Stand corrected, Darren. Stand corrected.
John.
Hey, Val. Bye. Okay.
I think when you
that puma from, John?
Sorry?
then
Go on.
I'm no, I'm corrected. I'm on the spot now. I'm on the spot.
Talking about paranormal, Darren, how did you? You know, your van's looking very much bigger now.
Oh right. Oh yeah. That was hijacked. Because I never started off South Coast Ghosts as a money maker, which it's still not, or to make money out of it. It's just purely enthusiasm and the want to know what is out there. And I haven't really pushed it, mate. You know, I've Julia's on listening. All right, she's writing a risk assessment. Evening, Julia. Thanks for joining us. So I think when I started the group in 2007, I started a little YouTube channel, and I wasn't really over serious and whatever. And I think some guys that have made a band up have decided what they're going to do is use the name South Coast Ghosts, because it was getting a few pings on Google. You know, if you put in paranormal researchers Hampshire and whatever, for some reason I was coming up first and whatever. And then I realised that I was getting tagged in an awful lot of posts. I was like, oh, so and so mentioned you in a post, so and so, and I'm like, hang about a minute. Now they've only been going since about 2018, so it's quite recent. But they play at the Wedgwood Rooms a lot down the road from us. It's not far away at all. It's literally what, half, not even that, is it? About a mile, isn't it? Wedgwood Rooms, 1.5. So but hopefully, hopefully I can grow a bit more again to get the South Coast Ghost come top of the YouTube again.
Yeah. So with so do you do a lot of conventions? Is there a lot of paranormal conventions up and down the country, or
haven't up to now, mate? Haven't up to now.
no?
We're setting up one. Yeah.
I've done one in Leicester called Parameet, which is a paranormal convention. We have speakers and people from events and all that, and you have paranormal speakers. There's a guy called, I don't know if you've heard of Richard Felix, who's quite known in the Most Haunted, and he does a book on people's ghosts, it's called, and it's true events and what people have seen. But he writes, and we went to that, me and Jenna, it's up in Leicester, and that's quite interesting. We met a lot of different people. The Ouija board brothers, you know, they only used Ouija boards for their connection, and they were so interesting. They were really, really interesting. And it's like Daniel's event, you know, when you get talkers, speakers, and whatever, it's interesting to listen to other people.
Absolutely. You know? I was fascinated by everyone's talk, because everyone was different. Everyone had different opinions. And like I was saying before, you know, I'm a big podcast listener. I love, you know, autobiographies. I love people. I think that people are so interesting, and that's not just famous people, but just everyone's got a story, haven't they? And and the thing was, I think that Daniel had massive kind of ideas, and I think that again we had a lot of people. I would have liked, in a way, slightly less people but more time to listen to them, or you know, being able in some way to give everyone an hour, you know, because sometimes it felt too short. Like I know John and Darren, when I was listening to yours, it was kind of like I wanted you to carry on, but with the timings were so kind of like tight, it was really hard. And taking questions as well.
Well, there's always the next time, mate, you know. So, I mean, myself and Paranation next year hopefully will be part of organising a convention. That will be down this way. Daniel's going to be invited to come down on that anyway.
Amazing.
I'll go.
Yeah. So you'll probably be driving him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
tag along.
that's Nan. That's not Jill, Daniel.
I know, but
I think you can call her Nam,
my
Daniel.
partner
Yeah.
in crime.
yeah.
You know, there's some things in life, yeah. There's like, it's nice to be able to do these things. It's nice to be professional, but your family's the most important thing, mate. Yeah. So as best as you wish, right?
Well, actually, tidying your room is more important.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Just stop.
Tidying
nagging,
my
Craig.
room.
Send me a message. I'm nagging for you.
I
Don't
can tell you all this. They came home with all the equipment. Craig as well turned into a child again and said, "I'm dumping all this in your house."
Today, me and Nan made a huge wreck of our house. Honestly, Dad. Honestly, we were literally ripping everything everywhere.
While Dad's not there.
Well, you're retired. You've got nothing else to do. It's fine.
Oh, if only.
Oh dear.
You guys laugh, but why don't I set up an office in all three of your houses? Let's see what you guys like. I've loads of stuff.
You can have him. I'll deliver him.
No.
No, we'll be. We'll be really interested in a convention. I mean, the thing is, me and Daniel are quite used to kind of getting up at stupid o'clock and jumping in a car to Liverpool or Manchester or wherever. Because of the fact that we do like the Comic Cons, it's for us it's a bit of a bonding thing as well. You know, we like just eating rubbish food and whatever happens on the road, kind of thing. And sometimes we go to a convention. Yeah, sometimes we go to a convention, spend a couple hours, and then do 5-hour drive back. So we would definitely be up for coming up and seeing how it's done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully you can get down sort of the day before or something like that.
Yeah.
And we'll take you to Waverley Abbey or something like that.
Amazing. Yeah.
And you can be part of a proper paranormal investigation with us.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal.
You can see how it actually, Craig, after 40 odd years of doing it, mate, I am still astounded at how a table can lift itself up in the air on the side that one person has a finger on it and rotate around on one of its 4 legs, and then completely fall over onto the floor and then pick itself back up again.
I've changed my mind. I'm not coming.
Me neither. That sounds far too spooky for me.
It was actually quite interesting yesterday because we were at Shepton Mallet Prison, obviously, and we were the first vehicle in the car park and we were the last vehicle to leave. And when we were in there, we did the guided tour and whatever, and then we had our own time. And there was these people. There was 3 lads sitting there. The guy said, "Oh, has anybody ever been here before?" I said, "Yeah, I have." "Oh, what?" I said, "Well, I did an overnight paranormal investigation." "Oh, right, okay, yeah, but did you get much?" I said, "Yeah." I didn't realise that people were listening. And then there was 2 girls on the tour, and with our group, and I was saying, "Yeah, we've got."
I will say very, very briefly, Darren. Both me, Dad, and Mum and Emily went to Shepton Mallet. When me and Dad were in one of the cells, we had a scream. I've never been so scared in my life. And Dad turned around and went,
"There you go."
I was like, "Nope."
No.
We're the only ones. Nope.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it, Darren. I didn't like Shepton Mallet Prison. I personally wouldn't go back.
We're there on the 27th, Craig, overnight, mate. So if you
overnight, Daniel, close your ears.
Yeah.
Daniel, close your ears. You could F off. I'll tell you that now, Darren. I think you're staying there overnight. Jesus H Christ, man. Seriously, you're mental.
Yeah.
We might need him there.
Well, these girls, when I went outside for a vape, these girls were waiting outside for me.
Yeah, so you say.
"Oh, do you do you do paranormal investigations?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You've done one here before?" I said, "Yes." I said, "I'm here on the 27th. She went, "Oh, it's terrifying." She said, "But you know what? She went, I'd love to join somebody like that. I said, well, look, they live in Somerset. I said, it's not my event. I'm just an investigator. Gave her paranation.co.uk. You know, I think there's tickets left. Join that. If you want to join in with me for the rest of the night, you can. If you want to go off with other people, you can. It's completely free and easy. Went back inside. We're in the morgue area. And these three guys, didn't they? They came over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've been here. Yeah. We all met here. We were on Paranormal Investigation. So telling the stuff they got and so forth. And said, but the thing is, we can't, we've hired it out once. You know, I said, well, why don't you come along with us? You're completely free and easy and so forth. So there's three guys there. Well, there's possibility of 5 people that want to come along. And that's why at these events, it's important to get the publicity out, because we've got people like yourself that's really interested in it, but not into it, but would like to see it firsthand. Because I can assure you a lot of these programs are on TV. They cost millions and millions of pounds. They cannot fail. They have to work, basically.
See, Darren,
I'm not over keen. I'm not going to endorse their findings. Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry.
Say, Darren, your opinions about the TV shows are very, very similar to what Dad's are.
It costs millions of pounds to produce. Yeah, you can't not have a car run that costs £1 million. It must.
Yeah, but the clue's in the first phrase on the picture, isn't it? This is for entertainment purposes only. That's what it says. Yeah. So you already know what's going to happen.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't sit there for an hour and watch nothing, would you?
But this is my thing with Daniel when he's talking about the Expedition Bigfoot, and that, you know, it's a great program. It's obviously very popular. I've in all honesty never watched an episode. So the thing was that Daniel would be coming into me. Oh my God, Dad! Oh my God, they've seen it. There's a Bigfoot. Hang on, there's a Bigfoot every single episode, mate. This is getting a bit silly, you know. And I was trying to get across to him that it's an entertainment style thing. Now, I compared it to, obviously, as a musician, you know, I'm not a big fan of things like the X Factor, and I'm not a big fan. But what those programs have done have got children interested in music. So I actually really like them. So now the thing is, Daniel wouldn't be sat here and he wouldn't have done that event, and none of you guys would have met each other if it wasn't for Expedition Bigfoot. So there has to be a starting point, whether that's a show.
Who's to blame for that? His Gramps.
Gramps.
Who keeps saying Gramps?
Yeah.
Showing you Expedition Bigfoot programs, and you two sat and watched them.
So I'll just be back in a second.
For a lot.
But you know, that's a very good point that Craig's making there. Without these shows, we wouldn't be here today. I mean, myself and Paul's idea. I mean, I've had the idea of doing this podcast for years, but very few people have been serious about making it with me. And Paul said, "Hey, you want to do it? I'll join you on the show." Yeah. And we did our first one, I think, January this year, and we had a couple of viewers and things like that. But we kept going. We kept going and going and going. Daniel found us on the podcast. Obviously, he found John. He found Chris. He's brought Chris and John into this. I mean, fantastic meeting you, John, even though it was brief on Saturday, mate. But, you know, it was fantastic seeing you come in.
By the way,
Chris come in and seeing Chris up here. Chris, really nice guy. And the others as well, yeah? And I'm like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. And if I hadn't have started South Coast Ghosts back in 2007 when I did, and then I hadn't have turned around and pushed for the streaming, which is here tonight, then none of us here tonight, bar 2-3 of us, would have ever known we were here. But
and that's what I was trying to get across to Daniel, was that when he was saying how proud he was of the event, my personal opinion is the thing you should be so proud of is that you've positively impacted other people's lives, and you've done something and brought people together. And I know, for example, Vera says she will always remember it. She's having a brilliant time here, and that's what he should be really proud of. Yes, doing an event and raising a lot of money for charity is fantastic. But the people was the main thing,
People, mate.
and
Yeah.
and that's where, like you say, a show, you know, you can put on a show and you can sell that show and you can make lots of money, but that's not the bit you should be proud of. The bit you should be proud of is the fact that you've brought people together and you are giving people a platform to talk. Now, whether they, you know, people listening, you know, or think differently or whatever, you are
Down to
giving
them,
people a
that.
platform, which is
Down
amazing.
to them. Yeah, I mean, if you can allow people to get up there, as you say, give them that platform, whether people want to listen to it or not, it's down to them. I think
Exactly.
you know, the age of digitalization of everything has, it's given you more ways to talk, but a lot less opportunity to speak about things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know if I put the wrong thing on YouTube, I'm banned. Boom, bye bye. That's it. Yeah. I mean, the people that have been speaking out the last 3 years, if they say, just question, they don't have to say anything, just question something. Again, I can't even say it on here because the show will get taken down. They're banned. They're silenced from society, and not just one platform, but every single platform. So we're at this stage where we're allowed to say anything we want as long as they don't mind. So an event such as what Daniel put on, what myself and Judah are trying to put on next year, we will put on. I think they're important to the community as well, because there's a lot of people, like that old couple that just wandered in off the street, if you like. They've seen it somewhere and they're like, oh, that's interesting.
We had a guy and a girl walk in, didn't we, Dad?
The whole event. Don't know who they were. They came in at 10 to 10 and stayed till we took the screen down and walked out.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You know, it's like the community village library, isn't it? You know, without that library bus coming around, they could never read a book. So it's that sort of thing. And I
will say very briefly, we have 8 people watching because I got the live next to me. So yeah,
I know they're on and off.
Is this live? Is this live? What's this live on, Daniel?
YouTube.
I did not know I was live.
But now we know what you look like, Craig.
Yeah.
I was only coming in to say, Daniel, have you had your dinner and you're going to need to tidy your room? Jeez, I didn't know that.
You can still say that. Don't worry.
I thought it was just a conversation. I thought it was just a conversation between us. As I'm live across the world, I have got to say to John, I'm getting massive beard envy, mate. After I met you, this one's going. I'm gonna have to. Fantastic job there.
Well, I'm considerably older than you.
Many more years of wisdom behind yours than mine.
Yeah.
I believe you brought some books along the other day, John, and they went rather quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, I wish I'd known. I'd have tried to have brought some more on, but I sold everything in my stock box.
Wow, that's amazing.
There, the other side of a cardboard box full of what I sell. I haven't got anything left now, so I'm going to have to order some more. Jill, do you forgive me for teasing you on stage?
Let me think.
Okay,
then, just this once. Yes, of course. It was my mistake. I just stumbled over my words there.
Don't be silly. I was going to say anything. I was determined I was going to tease you about something.
You were setting me up. Right. Next
John,
time,
I read your lovely messages in the group chat. I've got to say, and I've got to reiterate to you, you need to keep talking because you are a born storyteller. Everyone was fascinated by your talk, me included, and obviously I don't know you, but then hearing that you haven't spoken for quite a while about it, you need to get back out there because people need to hear your stories and they need to hear your truth.
I agree there.
Yeah, I agree there.
It was, yeah.
Well done, mate.
You were amazing.
And
basically, I used to do these 8 8 or 10 times a year. But
Mm.
then when my mother-in-law got dementia and then my wife got cancer, I came out. Nurse Jonathan came out of retirement to look after the two of them. And to be quite honest, after they both died, I wasn't really in the mood to talk to anybody.
No.
So again, this is Daniel.
Understandable.
Oh
We're
wow,
glad to hear.
that's amazing.
Oh, well, we're very
That's-
honoured you did it for us. Thank you.
Well done,
thank
mate.
you. That was
And-
really great.
Minute of
Thanks.
I
was
really enjoyed every minute.
Oh, brilliant.
And
If you want to do another one next week, Daniel, I'm your man.
not next week. Not next week. Not next week. We will do it. We will. It will. It will happen again, but not next week. I think that no. I think that yourself and Darren and everyone's been an amazing mentor to Daniel, and both of your talks were what I wish we could have given you so much more time, because everyone would have, and I wish that the sound was working, and I wish there's lots of things that we could have, but that was our main thing, that I feel that everyone had everyone had so much more that they could have spoken about, and that will be probably the biggest learning curve I think for us, that you can't compact someone's lifetime of work into 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. And I'm afraid I might have upset Richard a bit I had to physically cut him off.
I told John that, yeah.
There was a football team waiting to come in. We had to close.
Oh, that was a nightmare.
And poor Richard, he wasn't taking subtle hints, and I just had to just call him. So I did feel bad about
Richard
that.
doesn't understand subtle anything. Richard doesn't understand subtlety. I've known him for 30 years. He's one of my two best friends, and he's a complete pain in the neck when it comes to getting him to stick to a schedule. Which reminds me, Craig.
Yes.
You're going to use your band's PA, are you, next year?
I've
got a 24-channel. Yes, if
amazing.
Use.
Yeah, I mean, when we think about the next time, I think that I will probably be asking everyone's advice on it anyway before we kind of do that. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be so focused on the talks and to have problems with the sound. Next time we'll have. I mean, like I said to Daniel, there's no way we're doing it in a hall again. It will be in a room. It'd be in a hotel. It'll be somewhere that we can control the sound. But yeah, I'd put on a full PA system and have everything done properly.
And if you want, you're welcome to use my.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, it was an absolute fantastic weekend. There, I mean, even the fun we had on the way to Shepton Mallet, it was just an absolute adventure.
And I told Dad, and he laughed where I said, number one, Darren got stuck by Glastonbury Carnival, and I forgot to say, Dad, Darren actually got flooded. Where and Angela had to hang out the back of his van with a torch and get reverse back.
Oh my god!
You know them roads around Glastonbury with a ditch either side. Well, they told us that they diverted us up one basically, and I've seen all these headlamps coming towards me, all behind me. There's no turn. You know what it's like. We sat there 25, 30 minutes. The ones in front of me decided they were going to spin around and go. There's no way back. No way back. No. Then the sat-navs told me to turn off right. I've done one puddle, yeah, and then I've gone through one bit where I actually saw waves coming off the front of the van. So I know the waves were being caused by the front bumper. And then I got a bit further down, went through another one, and then they conveniently, about 3/4 of a mile down there, put a sign up so the road was flooded. And it just went into a pond. So I backed up so far, as you can imagine, it's pitch black in that big old van. Yeah, I'm backing up and whatever. And of course, there's one bit which is just pond, and it's just pond. I've been through it. I've got to back through it. But of course, my reverse lamps are only 12 watt bulbs, 21 watt bulbs. They're not seeing far. So I said to Angela, right, there's only one thing for it. My torch, and the back door's open, you lying on the bed, you know. So she's lying up on the back, and she's shining the torch out the back doors, holding the door open here.
So in other words, you're actually part of the Glastonbury Carnival then. You were a cart then, weren't you?
You're right, yeah.
He was
Only had to
afloat.
come to an hour and say it was so much more fun than everybody else.
It was a float.
But she's shining the torch around, of course, and she said at one stage the water was going up to the rear step of the sprinter, didn't you?
Yeah, the toe ball was like dipping under. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Angela, you should have taken a picture of Swing Will See.
bare hands.
Good job you didn't break down. It should have slid out the doors and been floating down the road.
You were
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, of course
You
not.
sure?
No, of course not.
Sure.
No, of course not.
But, I mean, and then we had the small electrical fire on top of that.
Oh, we did. They had a fire.
What a
Crazy.
weekend. Anybody
Crazy.
who's watching this, I did say at the beginning, this is the Paranormal weekly stream with a complete difference. So,
I didn't even know I was on a stream. That's how different it is.
this is what anybody that doesn't know us. This is what we are, guys. We're just absolutely
Nutters.
off the hoof.
Crazy.
You know, we've got loads else we could have spoken about tonight, but we'll save that for next week. Simple as, yeah. We will be doing a live stream as normal next week. I hope everybody can join us. Share us around a bit because Daniel's got mythical legends. He's got his DNA. We will be doing another show down there, another convention. It's going to be, I believe, from what myself and Daniel spoke about this morning, a little bit longer this time. I'll try and get down like the day before, and we'll all sort of pig in and try and help out a bit more. We'll get that screen up 100% this time. Everything's going to be 100%. We know where it went wrong. A wireless mic or something for the interviews beforehand. Yeah, that hall it was a lovely hall to play hockey or football in.
It did. Yeah. I mean, so some more research into places would be good. And yeah, you know, it just wasn't ideal. But I mean, as a cafe, as a place, for giving it to us for free is incredible. So big thanks to Purple Spoon for doing that.
I think we should say
we need
in Highbridge, is it?
We need to thank them, don't we?
Highbridge, Purple Spoon Cafe in Highbridge. Big shout out to them because they gave us an absolutely massive, they gave Daniel a massive haul to do it in free of charge. The support was there. They let him in the night before. They let him set up, and all of us in to set up for a good few hours. And they didn't boot us out. They waited until we finished. They closed up after we finished. They let us park all over their frontage. And they were brilliant the next day when we were doing the convention as well. They were bringing teas and coffees through on trays, coming through, picking up empty glasses. So Purple Spoon Cafe in Highbridge. If you're ever down that way, call in. Lovely cafe. They do beautiful food.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Coffee, breakfast, lunches, so forth. And you can take your dog in there as well. Well-behaved dogs as well. So it's a dog-friendly venue for those people that are watching this that want to go down there and have a bite to eat or just a cup of coffee and a chat. I'll hire out a convention room like we did, or Daniel did, yeah. So big shout to them. Thank you so much, Purple Spoon Cafe. I think credit where credit's due, you know, on everybody's part. I mean, I'll agree. John's speech is really interesting. I mean, next time when we're a bit more organised or whatever, sitting down, I have got them all recorded. Hopefully I can clean the sound up, make a video out of it for you all. And then I'll send you over the link, download it, share it where you want or whatever. And do what you want with it, edit it or so forth. But next time, maybe have 2 talks on the Top Guys or something like that. One in the morning, one on the afternoon, or so forth. Yeah. because I don't know about. I mean, I could stand there for 3 hours, as you can imagine.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that, Darren.
Please don't.
A lot of people have a concentration span a lot shorter than 3 hours.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
As far as
I
paranormal,
always thought you were a man of few words.
we have a new interesting venue booked for next year. The Bombay Sapphire Gin Distillery. That's
I
in
like the sound
February
of that.
next
I'll
year.
come.
Yeah, well, Jill, you're more than welcome.
I'm very partial to Bombay Sapphire.
Yeah, well, we're actually doing their distillery next year via Paranation. There's tickets left for it. Paranation.co.uk. Get on there if you want to book
I
tickets.
can say, because we did so well, do we get in for free?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not my side. That's down to Julia who runs Paranation. I just help out. I just help out.
That's all right,
So
bud.
I can't say on that, but you can ask her if you want.
He's definitely my boy, isn't he? Definitely. Jesus.
Yeah, when you start saying lovely jubbly and whatever, you'll know my influence coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely jubbly. Dad, what a plonker. I'm gonna get him saying that. You watch.
He said a lot worse than that, I tell you.
Yeah,
Right,
true.
big credit to you. It was your daughter there as well, was it? On
Emily, yeah.
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 No,
Yeah,
is
she
that your two kids? Is it?
Well, she was.
Just son and daughter, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Daniel and Emily, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and my wife was doing the raffle.
Yeah, I met your wife, mate. Yeah, lovely, mate. Lovely kids. Hats off, mate. You've brought them up the right way.
Thanks, mate.
You know, congratulations. Well, you know, in life, like Jill said earlier, manners, please, thank you, don't mean it cost anything. A lot of people, they
But
cost
that's what we
time.
felt instantly. Your boys, I mean, they pitched in, they helped physically.
Oh yeah.
Jack brought all those benches down, and then bless him, he took them all back again the next day.
Well done
They
to
were
him.
heavy benches, but he just did it. I mean, they were lovely, great kids, really lovely.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, Darren, I appreciate you saying about bringing Daniel up. But the thing is, Daniel puts me on the naughty step. It's the other way around, mate.
The moment we got to the woods, I could just tell. Here's Jack now. Look. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, just singing your praises, Jack.
Thanks, mate.
You did a great
All
job.
the movement of the benches.
Yeah.
I said thank you.
They were heavy, weren't they?
Yeah. So Jack's quite an avid paranormal as well. He started off when he was about 12 years old.
You said, do you want a hot chocolate?
He gets some good pictures of the paranormal. I did have my bag behind the stage. Next time I'll show you some of the stuff that we use, because I think it could also be useful when you go out in the field as well, looking for whatever you're looking for. Because I use one camera that's full spectrum, but it still picks up good daytime light, where a lot of them don't. And you can take that in the field with you, and you can use it as a normal camera, but it will pick up different auras as well.
Very, very quickly, John. This photo came in today.
Oh, lovely. Oh, can you send me a copy?
Yeah.
It was on the local. It was on the local news and stuff.
Yeah, Jeff. The
Oh, wow.
the photos.
Fantastic. That's
Also,
the love, isn't it? That's the love. That's where we create our love. And a lot of people in this world are far too harsh to sort of appreciate the love and the. I mean, I say that what Craig was saying earlier about, if somebody's passionate about stuff and whatever, that's what makes us human beings. I take it one step further and say we are all our own beautiful human beings in our own right. We've all got our own things, and it makes us a beautiful human being in our own right. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you are, you're a beautiful human being for being that way.
Well said.
And I've even come to the conclusion of the people you spoke about that were taking the argument. Look, don't take it personally. Yeah, you haven't got the problem, right? It's them that have got the problem. Okay, you should really be feeling sorry for them. You really should, because
Yeah,
if
that's a
all they've
good
got to argue about is a convention thrown by a 14-year-old boy, how are they ever going to go into the real adult world? Yeah. And if they've got such a big problem, feel sorry for them. I would go as far now, if they're watching this now or watching it recorded, to say, look, I'm willing to help you guys get over your hang-ups. I'm willing to. I feel genuinely sorry for you. Yeah, that you feel the need that you have to attack a child. That upsets me that you are in that position. But what really does make me happy, and I'm proud of, is that the 14-year-old you've attacked can handle it and just shrug it off like you mean nothing to him, which is absolutely superb. So if that makes sense to you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
And in the future, if somebody comes up and starts having a go at you, Daniel, yeah, just turn around and say, look, I know it's not me personally, yeah, I know it's you with the problem. However, if you want to take it out on me, feel free, because I can take it. Unlike you, I can handle it, yeah, because I know it's not about me, it's about you, really. But go on, do your best, yeah, because these people are really like that, yeah. And after they finish, just say, right, that's great, just go and have a wash. Yeah.
Don't say that.
That actually got me arrested, that one, but I won't go into that.
I'm gonna leave the chat now.
Yeah, bye, Darren. Bye, guys. We actually met him. Don't run away.
It was taken the wrong way. Should I put it that way?
I told you it was on Crime Watch, didn't I? You wouldn't believe me.
You did.
I will explain all shortly. Hang about, I've just got a message here.
It was probably me, Darren. I sent you the picture.
What the hell is no?
It's probably the local police. Now we know where you are.
Craig's been texting them.
Oh yeah. Julia, if you're still watching, I don't know if you're still watching or not. We've got a number of people on, but you just sent me a picture through, which we believe should say risk assessment, and it says risk assessment. And I've had a couple of bleeps. Was that you, Daniel? Was it sent me another one? Was it?
I sent you the image of all of us together.
Oh, mate, thank you. Thank
That's
you
all right.
so much. That is the one I really, really want, mate. That's I'm just having a look on my Facebook now, because that's a great souvenir for the day. That you know, whenever you're feeling a bit lonely or down or whatever, I would just turn around and like look at that and go, oh, yeah, we've got it. Look at that, eh? We've got it. Yeah.
Angela, did you want me to send it to you as well?
Yes, please.
Yep.
That is just brilliant. An interesting thing as well, what Angela actually said on Saturday.
I said something interesting.
You actually got a word in, Angela. Did you actually get a word in?
She's allowed to talk, is she?
Well, actually, when Angela came with me, Nan, and the kids, and Darren stayed behind with the dog in the forest, She actually spoke, Darren. She actually spoke to me. I actually had a nice conversation with her.
Right. I never said you could talk. All right. Right. I mean, I'm not a male chauvinistic pig, but you do that again and show me up, you bitch. Anyway,
We're still live.
when Richard was doing his talk, the extended version, yeah, what did you say to me?
I don't know.
And who are you again? My God, her memory's shit.
Well, I don't know what I said.
You said you could see his aura.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I mean, you're his mate, John.
I'd love to know.
So he must have spirituality there, mate, to actually see his aura.
What did you see from his aura?
Well, it was just like, I suppose it came out a few inches from him all around, but sometimes it would go a bit bigger in different places. I don't know, it's difficult to say. Just like an extra, sort of like a field around him. It didn't have a colour though. I can't see the colours.
It's interesting. That is interesting. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But again, that's what makes us real as a group, because it would be easy for me to turn around and say, "Oh, we both saw it." Do you know what I mean? I didn't see it. I'd be lying if I said I had seen it. I did not see it. Angela saw it. She told me. I could have then come on and go, "Oh, yes, so did I." But no, we don't do that sort of thing. We're genuine. We're real. The same as in the woods the other day when we both felt the same area. Then you and your dad turned around and went, "That's the area we've been drawn to."
Yeah.
It's like, woo. We've got to
Well,
get in there.
actually, it was Dad has also been there as well with me, where it's the other dark side of the forest, if you know, as in like that's where we went into and found the pit of bones. I told Darren.
I thought it as you was explaining to me.
Angela, what have you done?
Let's go find a pile of bones. Well, I know what we'll do. We'll move it and take it home.
I'm going to blame it was Jack. Jack picked up a bone.
Yeah, Jack. I blame Jack.
Yeah, yes, Jack's fault.
I would say Jill did put it in the stew on Sunday.
He said, "What are you going to do with them?" I said, "I'm going to make you a stew for Sunday."
Then I said, knowing her cooking, it probably you won't notice any difference.
Oh,
I
think it's time to come off the live. There's a family dispute going on.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
in all honesty, I am going to have to go. But it's been lovely to talk to you all.
Yeah.
I only popped on to ask Daniel to tidy his room, but it's been lovely to see you all.
Okay, bye.
Go and tidy your room, Daniel. Come on.
I'll see you all soon. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Go and tidy your room, Daniel.
Everyone can stop now.
What?
I need
Go
you to
tidy your room.
My room, my house, with all your
Oh
stuff.
no, we'll do that tomorrow.
We would do that.
What he'll do, Darren will send Jack down and he'll help you.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Jack
No, Nan, he'll put sticks all over your house. He'll put sticks all over your house.
Ben will help.
No, I'm not being stuck with Darren. I'm sorry.
Right.
Angela, you're right.
No, look, Daniel's gone really quiet for a bit. Right now, Jill, what I've got for you here, okay, is take some pictures of the mess, all right? Save them on your phone, and then if he hasn't tidied your house by this time next week, you know what to do with the pictures, don't you? Yeah?
Oh, I do. That's the
Forward the pictures
Muting
to
me.
me. Forward the pictures to
funny.
me. Okay, and I will put them on here next week for you, love. All right.
I'm
Anyway,
definitely
Daniel,
Well,
what are you
I'm not
doing?
happy with this. I'm no longer friends with any of you. You can all come off.
Yeah, basically, Daniel's toilet resembles. Daniel's room resembles a toilet.
An outside one at that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
It's an asshole.
Well, I'm no
Oh,
longer happy.
dear,
Me
dear,
and
dear.
Nan are dismissed. Bye-bye.
Well, you do know that the next
do,
meet
I
we
am.
have, I'm going to bring this up in my talk.
You sure there ain't been a Bigfoot sighting in your bedroom, Daniel?
He wouldn't know.
Yeah,
He'd
Daniel
never
first
find
got
it.
involved in looking for Bigfoot after he thought he'd found one in his bedroom. It was really an old pair of trousers.
I have 3 Bigfoots right in front of me now. Or actually, no, 2 Bigfoot. John's actually all right. John and Angela are all right.
That's a bit
Daniel on the
harsh.
verge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Darren.
You haven't even met me and you're calling me.
Paul,
Yeah.
pretty okay.
Time out, Darren. Mute him,
Just
Darren.
those two.
Mute him.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
That's it. You're muted now.
Yeah, but he keeps unmuting himself. Yeah.
Nanny, these guys are bullying me.
See you later, Jill.
Come on, sweetheart.
We're
All right,
sticking-
I'm good. Lovely to
Are you
see
off, Jill? Yeah.
Cheers,
See you later, Jill.
See you
Take
next
care.
week.
Yeah.
Good to
Bye
see you.
then.
Thanks
Bye,
so much for
John.
joining
Bye,
us. And
Paul.
Bye,
great
See you
weekend.
later. Bye,
Thank you.
Jill.
Bye-bye.
See you
Thanks
later.
for listening.
Get Daniel to tidy your room up.
Yeah.
I'll just stop.
John's gone as well. John's gone.
Oh yeah, John's gone. I think he's coming back. I don't think he's gone.
Yeah. That was a good weekend though, mate. Honestly, Paul. Next time, you and Jen, you've got to get down, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Bring your granddaughters with you if you can. They'll have a
Yeah.
great, honestly,
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic weekend.
And I will say, Paul, there's possibly a little something that I will message you later that you are possibly on the next guest list, and Darren's not. Now
That's
he's
fine.
just annoying
can
me
deal with
so
that.
much. No, Angela can come. Darren's
I
just
think-
annoying me so
Remember,
much.
my voice is stronger than any PA system you can hire, mate. Right?
I think you could have me and Darren as a stand-up comedians on the stage. We'd be fine, wouldn't we, Darren?
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, we'd be very good together.
It'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
You know what we're like on here. You imagine us live.
Oh God. Oh
No, he won't help you. No good asking him. He ain't got a chance against us. Next week I'll tell you about the investigation we did Friday night, the last minute investigation at a pub.
Oh yes. You were saying about that, mate. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
We were bit of an odd place. It's a 15th century pub, and it's in Oxted. It was a very last minute thing we did.
I am gonna say before we continue, I am going to need to go now, guys. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries,
all right.
Daniel. I know you
Speak to you later.
Whatever tomorrow, mate. So
Yeah.
I was going to say that to you. I was just sending a message. Great weekend, mate. Absolutely fantastically done.
Yeah.
You know where we are if you need us, mate.
Oh yeah,
if
definitely. Yeah.
If you and your old man want to ever pop down, or you, Jill as
Oh
well,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We'll sort something out, mate. Do you know what I mean?
So every now and then, every Monday, if you just send me the link every Monday,
yeah.
I will pop on every now and then, but I can't guarantee they'll be on every Monday now. All right.
Yeah, I know you've got your Christmas tree up, mate. So I know
we do. Yes.
Yeah. I know you've been caught by this sort of like corporation fringe of Christmas. You know where, mate. Fantastic weekend. Thank you so much.
That's
well
right.
done for hosting, mate. And I will see you hopefully
So
next Monday. All right.
yeah, hopefully I will message you during the week, mate. And and if I can get there, I will. But obviously now I'm just gonna kind of just roll with the ball now. I will mention to you, Darren, very very briefly. Me and Chris are planning meeting Sunday evening.
Okay.
Online.
Oh yeah. We'll
Because
be there.
because don't forget we are still in another team.
Yeah. Yeah. Remind me, mate. Yeah. Remind
we'll
me.
do.
Send me
Yeah.
the link, please. Obviously, it's not a regular thing to any of us yet, but we will sort of get a regular. Like this is regular now. It's taken like 8-9 months to get regular. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get on there, mate. We'll join you. We love it. We love it, don't we?
Yeah. Amazing. It's just basically where we're just gonna chat. And Paul, mate, you are welcome to join us. It's both me and Chris. Chris Alsford, he's a Bigfoot researcher. Lovely. We've kind of set up a team. And you are more welcome to join the team. I will let Chris know. And then I'll see definitely both you, Darren, and Angela. We're basically discussing equipment, money wise, ready, because we're gonna do Cannock Chase in about March, for then. So yeah, I will let you guys know dates and that times for Sunday. Should be evening-ish. All right.
Okay,
Amazing.
mate. Speak to you soon.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
What a great kid, mate. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's a shame you hadn't been there on the weekend. Honestly.
Yeah. Shame we missed
I
it.
know you couldn't, but just to see the way it went, so superb. But anyway, you were talking about the paranormal investigation you're calling on the pub.
Yeah. It's a 15th century pub. So apparently the pub was built on a really steep hill, quite a steep hill. So the first floor of the pub would have been the cellar under the floor, under the road, because when cars came along, the road was so steep, they actually changed the road, made the gradient less so the cars could get up it. That's how old this pub dates back. Anyway, we were sitting there. They weren't a very good group of people anyway. It was a band of a load of blokes. So you can imagine how disappointing it was. But we were sitting, we were asked to do a Ouija board. So we opened the Ouija board and started to get communication, and these guys were sitting there watching it. And I was sitting on the end, sort of in a little bit of a snug. And we got about 3 or 4 men's names. And then suddenly we were just asked, talking, like, can you tell us a bit about yourselves, that sort of thing. And I felt what I thought, I know, was like a dog paw against my leg and like a nudge. And I said to the landlady, because as I got like a claw or a nudge on my leg, I looked down and I could see a dog there. I said, "Oh, whose dog is that?" She said, "What dog?" And we could see it wandering down the pub. And we said, "Is that your dog?" She said, "What dog?" I said, "No, there's a dog there," because Jen saw it and one of the other people saw it. And she said, "We don't have a dog." And we actually saw this dog, and it actually like bumped or pushed my leg, or like put his paw on the bottom of my leg to push it. And then I looked down and thought, what was that? I looked down, there was a dog standing there. And I said to her, "Oh, you got the dog?" She said, "We don't have a dog here, or a cat. We don't have any animals here." We saw it wandering down between the tables and just disappeared in the dark of the pub.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable spot. I've never seen an animal spirit. I've seen a horse a bit, but never a dog that close. And it was like it was just there. So we went back on the board, and apparently the guy that used to drink there, oh, God knows when, used to sit in the snug with his dog.
Wasn't it a little terrier? Was it a dark one?
No, we got it on the board. We asked what sort of dog it was, because I've never been shoved or sort of had a paw put on me like that before. Thinking, what on earth? Sorry?
It's got a short tail.
It's a border collie, Jen's just said. That's what came across. Yeah, it came across on the board because we asked her what type of dog did you have, and it said, "Boy, it's spat out border collie."
And before that, on the board, we got the owner's name and a dog's name as
and
well.
the dog's name on the board.
Then the dog appeared.
Then the dog appeared. Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Well, have a word and see if you can get us an evening up there or something.
I will. I'm gonna work on it because the lady that was running it came from up north to do it because the pub is a friend of hers. Who's a very good friend, and we met her on the night. And she's very much into the paranormal.
Yeah.
Because her father owned the pub and he sadly passed away, and she didn't realise, and he'd left her the pub. And she's tried to get it all back to going. And we did a paranormal evening. At midnight, you had soup and bread, the homemade soup and bread, all thrown in. It was lovely. But the people we were with, even the lady running it was having a difficulty with them because they were having a few beers here, and then they had the shots before the night started. And it was just me and Jen, and the woman running it was talking to Jen a lot through the night, saying this is just a nightmare, complete and utter nightmare.
If you want to have a pint, you're in a pub, you want to have a pint, as long as you're not disruptive, then
they were really getting on our bloody nerves.
Honestly.
Well, if I'd have been in charge, Jen, I'd have asked them to leave the event because that's disruptive to everybody else.
It was, and it was not fair on us. We paid a lot of money for that.
They were laughing and joking and shouting out loud, and and I kept saying, if it's audible here, you need to be quiet. And then we had the dog. We found the dog and saw the dog wandering down the pub, and it was made it interesting from that point of view. But I will approach her and see if we can go back.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very interesting pub because it was they call it the what was it called, Jen? Hall House, not hall. And it's where the height of the ceilings depicted how far up in the aristocracy you are.
Oh, yeah,
because of the height of the ceilings.
Yeah.
And also in them days they would have had the kitchen and the dining room all on one side, all on one floor. So what is the street level now would have been the basement, because the road was so steep when they had horse and carts that they didn't. The basement was obviously the basement, and when they had to change the gradient of the road, and they actually changed the whole gradient of the road to make it lower so cars could get up, it became the height as like a walk-in pub from there. Very interesting history. Some of it's an original building as well. Some of it's been added on later on in the 17th century, I think he said, and a bit in the 18th century. But the original pub is from the 15th century.
Right.
So, really, really interesting place.
Well, what? It was a paid-for event you did, was it?
Yeah. It was a last-minute thing we saw. But I would do that because it was very last minute. But to be honest with you, it was a nightmare. Too much noise. They were drinking, they were loud.
We thought we might meet some more paranormal.
We might some more paranormal people and sort of network us all out there. This is what we're trying to do, is network us all out there.
Obviously we've been on over the hour, but we've still got some people watching us, and we poor people coming on now. And thanks ever so much. We are Puppy on South Coast Ghosts tonight on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channels, please, guys. Please get us out there. Please help us grow. And I'm asking you for help on this. I'm no good at building channels. I can make videos, same as Paul can make videos. We are paranormal investigators. We cover every aspect of anything unknown. We're non-profit making. We don't want to make a profit. We just want to bring you guys the good content. And that's all we're interested in, sharing it with other people and other people having an interest in us as investigators. Between us, we've got over, best part of 100 years of investigative experience within the group. Yeah. So, please share us, please support us, and we might get some like-minded friends. But this one on the 9th that we're doing,
Can't wait for that.
The lady sent me through video. I'm still waiting on her to send me through the full video. Perhaps you could email her, could you? And that's good. Yeah.
Just send me a copy if you get it.
I will.
I'll have a look at that.
Well, the guy that's been spotted in the pub has also been spotted standing looking out the window now into the courtyard by a different person. And we think he's actually getting protective over the lady now that's there.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's a lovely woman, lovely guy, lovely husband, lovely kids. And it's a lovely venue. I don't think there's anything bad there at all. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing it.
Yeah,
really.
me too. We are. We're looking forward to it.
We really are. It's going to be a lovely venue, and hopefully the people around the area may have never done a paranormal investigation before. If they have, superb. This is the Bugle Hotel, guys. Booked directly with them, £35 a ticket. Bugle Hotel in Titchfield. Dora's on. Hey!
Dora.
Hello.
Hey.
Dora's the Explorer's back.
Oh, I just come back from work.
Dora's South Coast Ghost puppy. She's built up her business lately. So she's been a little bit absent. We haven't shot her yet. I actually worried. I said before, have you heard anything from Dora lately?
Yeah.
You know, a bit worried and whatever. And of course,
I was just busy, you know.
I did message Dora earlier on in the week, and I said we need to check on Paul because I don't think he's very well, didn't I?
Yeah.
So that's somebody did suggest that they'd had the same issue with a relative where the stents weren't long enough, Paul.
Yeah.
Right. So make sure that bring that up. Don't talk to me about it, mate, because I will faint. All right.
Yeah, I was in hospital.
Right
I was in hospital
No,
Thursday,
I
wasn't it?
on the slightest thing like that. But
Have an echocardiogram on Thursday to check the heart was working. But we asked her what the results, and she said she's not a doctor. She couldn't say. So we have to wait for the results to go to the doctor now, and the cardiac doctor, and then he'll get back to us. So we'll wait and see what the results of that are. So,
it's just one of the things, mate. You've got to wait.
Yeah.
But just make it easy until that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for next year because I can see a lot of things coming together. I mean, this last 18 months, I think we've all had a huge getting to know each other thing. You know, coming together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we next year I can just see so many things where we've just been. Hopefully, Dora, you and Paul can come to the next one next year. Absolutely fantastic. Really was welcoming. All the kids mucking in together. Drawings, Dormias. We've got one here, haven't we? That Doriyama, you know, that Sue McNeil. You've seen her on the chat and whatever. She came along from Ipswich. She wants us to go up to Rendlesham next time. We tell her she wants to come with us in Rendlesham. She's brought all these Doriyama things along that she makes. And her story is
Doriyamas.
Yeah.
It's like a glass.
We won one in the raffle. She put one in the raffle, and we won it. And it's
here. Look, Jen.
Hang on.
And just
how cool is that?
hang on, she's just coming. There it is. There. It's it.
How cool is that?
Oh, nice.
Doriyama. She makes them.
What's inside it? I can't quite see.
It's a Bigfoot.
Oh. Hi, Dora.
Hello.
Yeah, listen, you phoned me today, and do you know what? I didn't realise you'd phoned me because I'm still getting used to my new phone and it was on silent.
You know what you need to do, Jen, don't you?
Excuses.
Yeah.
If there is no low battery.
Yeah.
I've tried the mute button, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I was on my sewing machine, so I wasn't really looking at my phone. So
You're on your what?
Sewing machine.
Oh, for God's sake.
So if you need any alterations.
Yeah. You know what? You need to work on your psychic skills, love, so you know when the phone's going to ring. Yeah?
One of them.
Ending the live there then. Before we get cut off.
As I say, what a fantastic weekend. I mean, we did the woods on the Friday, and then the Saturday we were in there at 8. Well, we parked in the pub a mile down the road, slept. It cost us 3 pints of lager to stay in the car park for the night. And we didn't have to pay anything. It was,
they're a good day off.
I woke up the next morning. I went, shit, we're late. It's nearly 8 o'clock. So we left Ben asleep. Whoop, drove up there in front of the hotel bed. And she's going, come on, Ben, get up. I go, what? Asleep. And then, it, sort of like 9:45, people started arriving. And we just had wall-to-wall speeches. And it was just fantastic. It was nice on the Friday to be able to bring the paranormal side into the cryptid Bigfoot hunting, if you like to call it that, for the simple reason, obviously Daniel's so enthusiastic, and he's found some real evidence. But for myself and Angela to be drawn to the same woods that they've been in many times and they've also been drawn to, but told us nothing about the woods at all. Was fantastic, and then them to go in there and find the pile of bones. On hindsight, we probably I weren't part of this, but they bought some out of the woods or whatever. So obviously that's going to have to be reported to the authorities now, so they can. It's quite a big pile of bones. When you see the pictures, it's one or two. It's probably about 20 there. And it was, then the people talking on the Saturday, if you had no interest in the paranormal or cryptids or zoology or anything like that, you would just sit there with your jaw down there going, wow. Vera, who came over from Portugal, flew over from Portugal. She was over the other side of the room. She spotted us, didn't she? She come running over, put her arms around us and whatever. And she was one of the first speakers. And her and her partner have, obviously, they're out in Poland. Poland. Now, who wants to go there? Anyway.
That looks as if I think you're in trouble.
They're in Portugal, and they've done a lot of in the bush sort of thing, and they've actually got verified Bigfoot screams. These have been verified, and she's got them on the spectrum analyzer and the hertz they're actually at, and she's showing you wolf cries and then these Bigfoot cries, and then Bigfoot in the background replying to them. And it's all up on the big screen, 100-inch screen. And it's absolutely amazing to witness that firsthand, even if you're not interested in it. And
I have got a projector and a screen and all of that, if you wanted to do a PowerPoint next year.
Yeah, we could do that, Paul. We could do that,
I've got the projector, I've got the screen, I've got everything. Right,
mate. Okay. We could do so. I think Julia's got one as well for the event we're doing together. But there's, when this power meets up or whatever, there's nothing to stop me coming up there and whatever and joining us and things like that this year. So
we could write a PowerPoint program on the laptop, and then I did it when I did the Women's Institute and that. I wrote a PowerPoint. and then use the projector and the screen to put it over, so we could always sit together and make something up, and then put it on the PowerPoint, and then we could both be talkers, speakers, whatever, and put it up on the screens and that sort of thing. So I know how to do all that.
Well, I mean, Craig, I sent Daniel through a few pictures from my South Coast Goes really late on Thursday night, and he managed to put them into a PowerPoint for me there. And I didn't know what order they were in. I said, next one, Craig, and like the stoop figure in Knoll Village. And I think there's quite a few people sat up in the cryptid world and went, wow, that's real evidence, yeah? I mean, real orbs and things like that on the screen. And I explained them. And it kind of made me reinforce in my mind that I've really caught something. Because I believe I did before, but people are actually interested in this. So let's try and take it to a wider audience. And that, again, is why I ask people to share our streams, because there's people out there, which just proved Highbridge, only a small sort of town, but north of Bridgewater. There's people walking in off the street, you know, for Bigfoot Paranormal. And it was lovely to see. And not just be exclusive to adults, but children as well, having quizzes and games and stuff like that. Fantastic, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely fantastic. He's talking about, there's a nice boy, well, you've seen him, Harlem. He's up north in Liverpool way, I think it is, Manchester, and he did a pre-recorded video of how he started. He's only 16. You've seen him on here anyway. He's done a lot of research on Cannock Chase. We are planning on going up to Cannock Chase, maybe March, April time, spring, and doing a few nights up there and a bit of exploring. So what I would like is, you know, a few of us go up there and just like one of our normal sort of things, and introduce them to the way we're doing things when we're together. So it's fun for them and fun for us. We Sundays try and get on the chat. It's the group. The idea is that we're going to have people from different parts of the country and Europe, because three of us on it, and basically we're going to ask people, have you ever seen something unnormal? Have you ever heard a scream? Have you seen a big cat? Have you seen something like this? And I think everybody has. But where do you, I mean, if you saw a Bigfoot outside your front window now, where would you go? Who would you tell? You'd tell your next door neighbour, and they probably think you're insane. And
go speechless.
Who are you going to ring? Yeah, who are you going to ring? So, you know, I think a lot of people, if they...
Who are you going to call?
What?
Who are you going to call?
Me.
Ghostbusters.
118 118. That's my number. But you know, I think that we have had quite a few people put forward witness statements. We've already got statements in of people that have seen these things or heard them. Cannock Chase seems to be a very regular place where they're heard. Now, we're planning to do a field trip basically and just connect. So this Sunday's going to be on what equipment we should have when we come together and so forth. I'm now, as you see, the proud owner of a Mel meter. But it's the Mel meter REM ATDD, which is the REM pod, the aerial. It's the temperature with the red light if it drops or whatever the temperature alert, and it's the milligauss and the Tesla gauss as well. So I'm looking forward to using that.
Yeah, interesting.
I got it off another paranormal researcher up in, strangely enough, Market Downing.
All right, yeah.
Market. He's passing on a bit of kit and whatever. He's still active. He's got a YouTube channel. I've subscribed to him. He's subscribed to me. And so we've got another little bit of growth there. I mean, they're £249 new.
Yeah, very expensive.
Yeah. Because it is a very piece of kit. I didn't pay that for it. I mean, it came virtually 2 days later, and it's absolutely a spot on bit of kit.
Yeah, good.
You will love that meter. That is a superb meter. It really. Yeah. I've lost mine. It must be in one of my bags, or the car, one of the two. But the fact is, we could probably do a little talk on here one night about paranormal kit and whatever. If you're starting off in the paranormal world, you don't have to go and spend a lot of money on kit.
No.
If you're sensitive already, even less money on kit. The only reason we use kit is for the people that come with us, which are non-sensitive, to prove that they're there, and also to back us up when we're in the field, to say what we're getting is true. The lady that owns the pub, for instance, that we're doing on the night, she sent me through the video, and I sent her back a message quickly this morning. I said, I can sense energy from the video, but I also sense an argument as well. And she rang me this morning, and she said, well, myself and Gav were having an argument, and I went home, and he stayed at the pub for the night, and we're having a text, still keeping it going, and he heard it. So it was an argument. Night, mate. See you in the morning, yeah? Which is real double there. I felt the argument through the text. Yeah, there's been more activity, Dora, at the pub. The man's been seen standing, looking out the window to the courtyard. So
that will be a good one.
He's come back again. I'm sure you've told Paul what the energy's like over there. It's all friendly and nice, but it's heavy in it. It's heavy. You go up these little narrow stairs with a door at the top to the rooms, and you can either go one way or the other. Obviously, one way or the other. It's not a song. And there's all little rooms, all the bedrooms coming off of it, and wait till you get there, mate. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a regular there.
Yeah.
Ever. It will be nice, and hopefully we get past life regression there. You do a few sort of shares or something. Come down to a few readings. We'll be there with our cleaning company, obviously. No, we've got Amy now to do that for us because she's got a job, Dora.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's going in direct competition with you.
Okay.
Yeah. She's got a job at a pub, cleaning for 2 hours a week. So
don't laugh. That's how I started.
Yeah, at least she's got a job. Good on her. Do you know what I mean? And I have told her she's only going to earn 20 quid a week, but I said at least you're only £70 short of your rent a week now. So, that's good for her.
It's got to take you out for a meal on her first wages.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Loaf of stale bread and a tub of butter. Yeah.
One Happy Meal and 5 straws.
Yeah. Not a full Happy Meal today, mate, can you? Bloody hell.
No. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
So we've got some good things coming up. This weekend's the boat, obviously, coming up. SS Shield All.
Now on Saturday?
Yeah, that's on Saturday. You're on that, are you, Dora?
No.
You're not. You're not on it either, Paul.
I'm working.
No.
I feel like a shit.
Well, I think it would be too steep of steps for Jen, really, to climb up and down. And it just comes down to finances again,
I know, mate. I know.
So,
Plus, we got the girls, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Well,
may
I mean,
have the grandchildren anyway. So,
if you
you know.
decide you're bored or whatever and you want to come on your own or whatever, Paul, and last minute, just to message one of us, mate, and
Yeah, of course.
we'll get you in or whatever, one way
Yeah,
or another.
yeah,
It's, I mean that's
yeah,
that's the idea. I'd like everybody. I mean, I love doing all Julia's events, and because one, they get me out, and two, the
yeah.
more the merrier. But
Of
obviously
course.
as well, I want you lot with us as well. You know, because it's like when we met up at the Harvester again and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
It's good.
um, and
Well, the one we
then
got banned from, that one, you mean?
yeah. Did you see his face as when I turned around and went, well, according to law, if you're not happy with the service, you don't pay. And he went, I've not heard that one before. And he went, and he came back and he went, there's £8. But the waitress shouldn't have turned around and said you get desserts free because
No,
we weren't aware of that until she gave it to us.
no.
So, bugger it, yeah. But
So,
there's plenty of
so
harvesters around. I mean,
before
apart from
the 9th, are we meeting up for a meal before the 9th? Or
can do. Yeah, I think we need to arrange something before that. Yeah.
No. We went on the night.
on the night? The
We
9th?
haven't got any spare time.
No, I mean on the 9th.
Right. What the plan is, I'm going to speak to the lady because
Yeah.
she's doing a meal there, obviously, before the event. Yeah. She's obviously going to make her money out of the food and so forth. Yeah. It's her pub, so
Yeah.
I've said to her, nothing to do with the food, the rooms. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if she is down a few meals, a table, I will say to her, well, how about we buy the meals off of you, yeah, and we
Yeah.
fill the gaps, yeah. In which
Yeah.
case we'll eat there. If she's,
Anyway.
hey,
I thought we were eating there anyway.
oh well, well, we'll sort that out. I'll sort that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then what we can do is we can sort of have a meal or whatever because we're talking directly after the meal. The way it's going to be a sit down meal for an hour, then the tables are cleared away, then we'll have our kit put up. I'll introduce us all as a team. We'll have probably a 20-30 minute talk, dependent on experience levels there, obviously, because I, for one, know if I go along to an event, I don't want to sit there and know how to use an EMF meter.
Yeah.
If you are new, yes, you can, Daniel, but you are supposed to be in bed. Okay?
Tidy your room up, Daniel. Go and tidy your room up.
What would you like to say quickly, please, mate?
Oh, this turned up today.
Go on, mate. Say what you want, but we don't want to interrupt your life here. All right?
This turned up today, Darren.
Oh, you're going to love that, mate. That is better than the K2 meter.
Really?
Yeah. Mate, that is the idea, and that's heartwarming to us. I think I can talk for everybody. When thanks, mate. Thank you for that. That's
Now go and tidy your room.
That's that's touching. That's sort of like, that's nice, mate. Thank you. Thanks, mate. That's the idea, yeah. But remember, you do have to go and do your work in the morning, mate. So don't let us disrupt your life, yeah.
I'm still going to tell you to tidy your room.
For the people watching, this is Daniel, who's our 14-year-old cryptozoologist on this channel. Mythical Legends, go and check him out on Facebook. He's found primate DNA in the hills in the West Country, and you can watch it all on the podcast and so forth in the past. Come and join us on the Mythical Legends podcast, set your date and so forth. We here, SCG, Ghost for Host for Ghosts, and Puppy, absolute full support for Mythical Legends. I and Angela and the family were down there on Friday, Saturday, and we attended the event. It was absolutely superb. I will be making a video. It'll probably take me a couple of weeks to get it through because it sounds bad. Due to the whole, just the circumstances couldn't be helped. And hope you enjoy the video as much as we enjoyed being there. Basically, it was truly inspirational to see somebody like John Downes with his group and his knowledge. Yeah, blame Angela.
Who's Angela?
Is that lady sitting in the background? That lady.
We don't know if they're human bones or not yet, Daniel.
I don't think
You sure you weren't at the back of KFC?
If these are chicken bones, I'm never going to go near a bloody chicken again. They terrify me. Yeah. Ben was well happy running around with one looks like Captain Cake. Look what I've got a bone. Wow. That's Ben. Yeah, we fully support. I mean, it was so inspirational seeing like John Downes, who hasn't spoken for a number of years. Daniel, are you gaining my sense of humour here, mate?
Don't do that, Daniel. Don't get Darren's sense of humour. It's very funny sense of humour.
I think he's copying me.
I think you should end the live because there's a lot of police things on here. Human bones and police and people wonder what we're doing.
Unfortunately so. Oh my god, it's a mini me. What have I created?
Angela, I think we're in trouble. We're in trouble. There's a mini me.
John Downes is probably one of the best people in the world to talk to on cryptids. He knows about every different type of reported phenomena, whatever you want to call it, cryptid, in the world. He's the one that brought to my attention the cat in the Hailing Island and also the one in Banff, which is supposed to live in the ground and feed off dead corpses that are buried in the graveyard. It's well documented and so forth, and he can tell you about. I could have probably sat there and spoken to John all night if I was given the chance, and still not have got halfway through to what I wanted to ask him. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to speak to him properly, which I'm a bit peeved off about. But it was a very busy sort of 5 hours. Let's put it that way. Yeah, very busy, busier than anybody could have imagined. All I can say is let's hope we can all get up there next time. And, you know, I'm going to post the picture in a second of us all together on the South Coast Ghost page. If I can save it somehow, I'm sure. I will put it up. The local press photographer was there and everything, and he's taking pictures and everything. The mayoress was there. It was absolutely astounding day. It really was, for something that was born out of a fault. That just shows you, doesn't it? A 14-year-old boy. It does get to me a little bit when these people are, if you like, starting to bully somebody that age on multimedia. Hopefully he understands it is nothing to do with him. It's purely a fault with the human being that is actually bullying in the first place. I'm now going to end the live. We'll stay on for 5 minutes afterwards. I mean, I know we could sit on here all night long and never stop. But thanks so much, guys. It's much appreciated. Every view, every subscriber, every like. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this podcast. or stream, whatever you want to call it. Myself, Dora, Paul, Angela, all every like is heartwarming. It really is. What he's saying now, I was supposed to speak to you, all of you, and I didn't. When it happens, I feel sad. Oh yeah. What I said about John, yeah, mate. Next time we'll set it up so we all get time to spend with each other. I think the magic thing was everybody that attended wanted to put their help in, and I think that's what I mean. I set my camera up and I had my gimbal going. And I was trying to catch as much as possible, and I think everybody just wanted to support you, mate. And I think that added to the lack of talking to each other, you know. But that's beautiful in itself because that means they're real people, and it was a proper moving emotional thing, really, to have it like that. But no, please share us, please like us. Every like is so much appreciated. Mate, hopefully it's come out well. I'm yet to put the SD card into the computer yet. I had a few things to do this morning. I couldn't find certain pictures on my camera phone and whatever. I've been up since 6 o'clock. I had a lay-in 6 o'clock. I've had a sleep this afternoon, so I might stay up a bit later or whatever, and do a bit tonight, or I might get up early in the morning and do it like 4 o'clock or something. But I will get them off. Let's hope they turn out really well, yeah, because that is inevitably what we're all after. A little bit of exposure. It was just amazing taking it to a small community like Highbridge, and people turning up in taxis and cars parking up the road, walking back and coming into us. Mate, thank you, Daniel. Much appreciated. Anybody watching this, if you haven't checked it out and you're interested in cryptids, pop over to Mythical Legends Podcast, and please like his page, follow him. You won't go wrong. He's like us, a genuine cryptid zoologist. Nothing's made up. And how many people do you know actually have primate DNA they found in hills in the UK? But anyway, I'm going to end the live here now. We're live again next Monday at 8 o'clock, I would say again. Hopefully Daniel comes and joins us again, and Jill and Craig or whatever, whoever wants to join us. We'll miss Luke tonight. I don't know why, but Luke's not been on. He's watching, is he? All right. Okay, Luke. If you want to follow the link, mate, it'll still bring you on for your hour 15 minutes debrief afterwards, mate, or whatever we do. That sounded wrong, but it was said now. I can't go back on it. Anyway, whatever Jenny and Paul do, I should say that. That sounds good. Thanks so much, guys.
Don't bring us into this.
Love, peace, harmony, and respect to each and everybody that's watched this. Repeat it, and you'll soon understand the true meaning of it. And I mean that, and I'm sure everybody else on here means that as well. We are a team. Team stands for together, each achieve more, and that's how we're going to continue. Agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Please come and see us next week, 8 o'clock, same place, same time every week. Please come and see us. And have a great week, guys. If there's anything you want us to talk about, anything you're interested in finding out about, any kit, any stories or so forth, put comments down below. Message one of us. Put comments on the Facebook page, and we will endeavour to facilitate your requests. That's what we're all about. See you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good week. Have a good week.